And then we'll add this to the stage.
Working late, stay up, stay up. Counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up. Way up, pray up. On track, now we going way up. Way up. Now we going way up. Now we going on track, now we going way up. Way up. Now we going way up. Now we going. Keep the same energy. Work on being better when I'm 70. Your drip is just a water spring. You know I drip different, this the 7 seas. I deal with life different, make that lemon squeeze. Island identity. Better bounce back and get the cheddar cheese. I guess that's why they envy me. On track, now we going way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up. Stay up. Counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up. Way up.
All right. Welcome everybody to another episode of Love and Lyrics Virtual Vibes. My name is Ray Love. I am your host for the night, and I am being joined by the one, the only Sheezy Bo Beezy. Welcome.
What up, y'all?
Wait, hold up. I said I was gonna do this last week. Everybody, Sheezy Bo Beezy.
Far too kind. Far too kind.
It's too much. It's too much. What's up, love? What's up, love?
What up, though?
What up, though? Yes, I love that. That is exactly how I would like to be, because it is no secret, it is no old news that you are one of Detroit's finest artists out there. And I want people to understand that there's so much art to you, just like there's so much art and so many modes of poetry. So I would like to give them opportunity to just get a little bit more about you, learn a little bit more about you today. So tell us who you are.
That's perfect. Yeah. For those of y'all who aren't privy and stuff. Am I supposed to like talk more about myself right now?
Just give a little spiel about yourself. Tell us who you are.
Who am I? I'm a man with a little bit of a fuzzy brain because he just woke up a little bit. I do poetry sometimes. A lot of people tell me that they like when I do poetry, so I do that sometimes. I'm a DJ. I am an educator. I'm a musician. I am a magician. Overall, pretty show person. I'm a show person. I like to perform. Okay. I like to teach people how to perform. But you know, all kind of different arts, all kind of different expressions. Yeah.
Okay.
One of the founders of poetry. Oh shit! What happened?
Oh, okay. That. No, I was just saying that. Say your full-time job is art, is creating, is expressing. Sure. Okay, that's really what I wanted you guys to get a sense of. I've known this young man for a little bit. I don't know, going on maybe almost 8 years now. So that's great. And I've seen a lot of different modes of your artistry. So one of the particular ones that I met you on was poetry, and you just kind of blanked out for a second, but you said that you are a founder of the Detroit Poetry Society. Tell us, what is that? What is that movement?
Detroit Poetry Society is a lot of things. We are an archive. We make sure that Detroit poetry and its poets have access to Detroit poetry and its poets 24/7. We're a hub to find poetry 24/7 throughout the city. If you want to know about poetry events, if you want to know where to be educated, if you want to know who can help you, who might, like if you're looking for poets to be in a show, you know what I'm saying? If you're looking for poets to come to your schools, we kind of, we provide kind of like a directory. We kind of are like we put a lot of people in a lot of different positions throughout the city to make sure that, everybody is I don't know, I guess being served poetry in the right ways, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Um Education. We educate our poets and we make sure that we have access to education because a lot of people they want to do poetry but they don't even know where they can learn. We
Right.
provide education so that people can either begin their journey or take their journey to the next level.
Speaking of next level, as you guys know, Love and Lyrics is an open mic platform. We survived COVID and we decided to kind of run it back and do these virtual vibe interviews so we can let people who weren't able to come to the show in on the vibe and in on all of the amazing talent that we've had on the stages and beyond. Uh, the reason why I want to talk about the purpose of Love and Lyrics is because it directly aligns with what I feel the Detroit Poetry Society does when you say elevator, level up something. We're all about artist development, talent development, and mental health. And, a part of leveling up in life is being on top of all of those things.
Right.
So I think it's amazing to have you today because it's an honor as one of the people that brought me into the Detroit poetry scene and inspired me to get comfortable on stage to host. This is, you guys, for those that know me but don't know me, this is one of the people who brought you Ray Love today. This is one of those people. And he never lets an opportunity go by that he does not say it. And I have a clip of you doing it. I'm about to show it. Is that all right?
Really?
Yes.
Save face before I even knew it.
Oh, oh, that's the wrong one. It's this one.
You got that shit. My name is Sheezy Bo Beezy. This is my first time in Pontiac as a performer. I'm from Detroit. I'm one of the founders of the Detroit Poetry Society. I'm one of the reasons why Ray Love was in Detroit in the first place.
Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying?
Damn Skippy. Hey, niggas need to know what it is, man.
I'm just saying that you had to put it out there for everybody to know. Okay.
I
But I
mean,
want you guys to know I give mad props to this man seeing the Detroit Poetry Society uh start a movement essentially and allow me to be a part of it and witness it. I do believe that Love and Lyrics is what it is today because of Detroit Poetry Society. So that's what I wanted to say on the internet for everybody here. It's all about leveling up. It's all about paying your dues and it's all about giving respect and paying homage to the people that lay out the foundation before you. So that's why you're here today, episode number 3, and we're gonna keep going strong. So let's go to, I would say, one of my favorite parts of the show, which is kind of just loosening you up a little bit. We're gonna see how well you know your lyrics, your song lyrics, hence Love and Lyrics.
okay, bet. I like this guy.
Okay. However, you only have, well, I'm going to give you a minute because everybody before you, they somehow couldn't get it in 30 seconds. So I feel like because you're a DJ, you'll be able to get it, but I'm going to give you the minute anyway. So you
Okay, so what's
have
the rule?
1, 2, 3, 4 songs to get in less than a minute, and this minute will include the question. Okay. So
Okay.
that is that. And then I
You
have
will
another.
include the question. So if you take it too long on a question, I could be just like
No, it's
fried,
gonna be on
bro.
the screen. So it's gonna be based on how fast you read. And you're a poet, so you're good. You're good. You're good.
Oh, okay,
All right.
okay.
So everybody, if y'all want to help him out in the chats, feel
Oh,
free.
and I can't even hear nothing. It's just
No,
Just reading
That's
like
why this is a great.
yeah.
That
All
means
right,
your
let's
brain has to really know this song. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start the clock. All right, here we go. Y'all can help them out in the chat.
never meant to make your mama cry. What is this? I'm sorry, mama. Never meant to hurt you. Never meant to make you cry. Clean out my closet.
No.
Never meant to make your mama. Oh shit. Oh shit. Never meant to make your mama cry. I apologize a trillion times. Sorry, Miss
Yes,
Jackson.
Outcast.
Miss
All right,
Jackson.
next question.
Yeah. Would you love me if I was down and out? Ain't this what is this? The questions, 50 Cent. Uh what's the name of it? Something questions, 2 questions, 50 100 questions, 20 questions,
You, I
something questions.
lyric. What's the next?
All right, come on. I
What's
got
the
5
lyric?
seconds. Come on, come
Come
on.
on. All right. Literally, no challenge done yet. So either I'm picking some really great questions, or I'm not giving y'all enough time. But we're gonna keep it pushing. The clock is off, but you can still answer the questions. So you got that halfway right. Would you love me if I was down and out? My mom in the background, like it's 50 Cent.
That's what I said. 50 Cent.
Yeah, but what's the lyrics?
I don't know. I don't remember. No, I'll be listening to Curtis.
Would you still have love for me? Would you still have love for me? Come on, you gotta be playing that in the club. Okay.
Roll with the fatness. You don't even know. I don't know that song. You can. I don't know nothing
Girls
about
with
that.
the fat ass, you don't even know what the
No.
my mom is back. My mom is singing it like she gets it. I'm gonna put her on the show. All right.
He said we want some Marvin Gaye, some Luther Vandross. I mean, you could have. I mean, you could have did all
That's
Kanye.
it.
I would have got them all right.
Uh-huh.
You feel me?
Okay. Oh, that's what we're gonna move on to. We're gonna move on to guess that album. All right. So I know
Album.
you. Yes. Guess that album. All right. So here we go. Actually, I'm gonna save this one. So after I ask you a couple more questions.
All right.
So I have a question specifically about your artistry.
Okay.
Do you remember your first performance
Yep.
on stage? What was that like?
Ever in
And what?
life or
Yes.
poetry related?
Yes.
Poetry related or just period? I remember my first poetry
Oh,
performance.
yeah,
My
yeah.
first time on stage.
Mhm.
I had to have been like 3 or 4 or
Wow.
something like at church.
Okay. And
Yeah, yeah.
I can really
No,
see you going all the way back as far as you can.
yeah. I think that's 3, 4
Okay,
years
and
old.
poetry, your first performance, where was that at?
Okay, so I got 2 different ones, right?
Okay.
Um, my first time getting on stage with something that I had wrote was at this Noel night thing. I was
Mm,
probably 19 years old. Um, but my first time actually writing a poem and spitting that poem on stage was in 2011 at the Conscious Corner Cafe, Rhyme and Reason.
mm.
With Baba Kamara and Kevlar. I don't know if Soldier was there that day, but I know Kevlar and Baba Kamara was definitely there. And I
Mm,
know Black was featuring, and a
mm.
bunch of people was there.
Shout out to Black.
And I remember I went very last, and everybody had left by the time I had got up, except for Odie Blue, and Odie Blue wasn't even on stage yet for real. Like she wasn't
Wow,
there.
I haven't heard that name in so long.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Odie Blue was there.
Yay.
That was my first like intro, and ain't nothing been the same ever since.
Poetry changed my life for sure. So I can
Mm.
only imagine that you, since you committed yourself to it full time like this, it's done something for you as well.
Oh yeah,
What does performing do for you?
it's fun. It's a challenge. It shows me where I am in my own groundedness because really performing to me is a game of groundedness. How can
Mm,
I take this? How can I take this energy that I have just as a person and like how can I take this energy and like channel it, but keep it like so if I'm feeling very like riled up, how can I with grace channel that riled up energy in a calm but fierce way? You get what I'm saying? Like how can I convey this emotion the best? Um,
right.
it's fun. It's like acting. It's like, but often at times, like, what does it do for me? I don't know. It allows me to get in certain characters. It allows me to relieve stress. Uh, Shit, it pays real well sometimes.
It makes money.
Um, it makes me connect with people, but it also makes me realize the power of my words because you can
Mm,
create your reality by speaking out anything, right? So let's say I'm just like I write about a traumatic experience. If I go on stage and I keep reliving that trauma, what is that doing for real? You know what I'm saying? Like it makes me be real careful about what I write, how I write it. If I want to say these things over and over again, some things aren't like, I like the competition aspect of poetry, but some stuff you can't score. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not about to say a poem about certain things and try to go up and get judged for it because that's not what it's for. But I
absolutely.
don't know. Poetry does a lot of things for me.
I'm glad you touched on just even a few because what people may not know is that you are a instructor, you're an educator, and you actually teach people how to perform through your workshops. Sheezy taught me, and as someone who has taken a workshop with you, it is definitely something that has given me value. It's something that kind of makes you tap into who you are. Um, tap into who you are as an individual and be bold enough to speak that on stage or be bold enough to share that truth. And what people may view as just, oh, they're just getting on stage, they're performing, they're doing it for the claps and everything. I kind of want to bring into that even through your workshops, but on stage, you help people heal. And it's a healing process to express yourself, and it's just off rip, but when it's guided through with someone who's a healer, who's an educator and a performer himself, I kind of want to give people um like just kind of shine some light on your workshops, and if you could tell us a little bit about what that looks like, because I know what it looks like, but to other people what that means.
Yeah, my workshops are kind of it's an intuitive, it's an intuitive thing. Like I'll ask someone how they want to grow, how they plan on growing, and they'll tell me, and we'll do a consultation. I'll see where they at, and then I'll create a structure to help them, reach their goals. But there is no like linear guaranteed 100% way every time that, you know what I'm saying, somebody's
Right.
going to grow like using this method, you know what I'm saying? And so like it's a lot of paying attention. It's a lot of relying on I've been doing this for 15 years now.
Hmm.
So in this 15 years, I sat and more than anything everything just became a student of the game. Like I listen to everybody, even if, I saw them as a better writer, performer or not, I still listen and I paid attention and I just noticed what people's strengths and weaknesses are. And for a while, I would write those down. And like it made me hone my style a little bit more because I sat and I studied things that I liked that people did, things that I didn't like. And when I started Detroit Poetry Society, we the first aspect that needed to be focused on for me was the education, because that was what was lacking in my own experience, was
Mhm.
the education of how to do this thing. So I went to all of the, like, so during that time in Detroit Poetry Society, we would have a new individual every single week who would teach a poetry workshop to the people. And so I went to all those workshops and I took notes and started studying some of those methods, and you know what I'm saying, like really applying it to my own artistry, having my own trial and error, and being able to just like learn my own teaching style, and I really, we all are, we have a deep well of information. All of us are experts. All of us are, Buddhas in our own way.
I
And
love
I
that.
don't, I believe in self improvement. I've seen a lot of, like, I mean, just from myself, when I first started writing, I wasn't really good, but just being diligent and learning more, I became a legend. You know what I'm saying? According to other people. And I see that same value in everybody. There's like not one person in this whole scene that I'm not like the most important people. You get what I'm saying? Like
Right.
all of us are important. So, you know, I go off my intuition. I listen to people. I ask a lot of questions, and I kind of I let them guide their own self. You know what I'm saying? Like I give little
Absolutely.
tips here and there, but I like to really just ask probing questions that bring a context in their mind more than anything. More than anything, it's all about the context. How are you seeing this thing? What is your perception of this thing? And then just let
It is
people
a
experiment.
personal thing.
It is.
All healing journeys are personal. It's specific to that particular person. So I think it's important to highlight that your intuition is what drives your teaching methods,
Right.
and and for people to hear that, hey, this is what I did for myself, and then I learned my own teaching style. Let me teach you what I learned, but it's going to be from your well or from your background of what your expertise or your experiences in life are. That's
Right.
crazy. Like that's what I in my mind I'm hearing the word reflective, instruction, but it is just Sheezy taught me. And that's beautiful. I want to go into our throwback clip for Throwback Thursday. And this is of you performing at Love and Lyrics last year. And this is actually one of my favorite poems by you. And every time you do it, I wanted to mention this about your artistry too. Never seen the same performance. I've never ever seen the same performance. I've heard the same pieces, but it's always been delivered either, you know, with a spin on it or with a different energy or a different tone of voice. But like you said, acting, this is where I saw the peak of that in this piece. And I feel like I
Mm.
saw that when you came to Love and Lyrics. So I wanted to share this clip with you.
All right, bet.
All right. Y'all in for it. Put your hands together. Snap at home if you want to. Ladies and gentlemen, Sheezy Bo Beezy.
Say where my face from. My smile was home. Put on a saved face before I even knew what I was saving my face from. My smile was home. Now less home, less smile, more paint, but it's never art. It's just pain.
It's painted on a mask. I mean, my face. I mean, my face. I mean, my face and my mask. My face and my mask share the same mouth. It's easy to get tongue tied when you got two of them. I can't tell if I rip this mask from my face or my face from this mask or which one is my face anymore. I couldn't even tell you which one could be replaced anymore. I need to get out of this room. I need to get out of this room. I need to get out of this room. I need to get out of this room filled with smiles, masks, and faces. I mean, smiles, masks, and faces. I mean.
I love that video clip. That's a throwback, and people received you so well that night as our feature. They're like, "Where you get him from?" And I'm like, "You didn't already know, but it's okay. It's great. That's what love and lyrics is all about. It's about bringing awareness to the people that that need to be heard and that have value, that have things to teach, that have passion to pour out and reflect. I'm glad you guys get to see that. What does it feel like when your whole performance like that? Actually, I don't know if I've ever showed you that. I think I showed a clip before, but what did it feel like watching that just now?
What did I feel like watching it? I hate watching my old work. Like it don't matter. It don't matter when.
Tell me why.
It don't matter where. I hate watching my old work. Like and because I try to get better every time that I look at a piece that I've done before, I want that to be one of the worst times I've ever done it. So like to me, it felt that I wasn't done developing what I wanted, how I wanted to portray what I was saying. Like but if I would have seen it from the beginning, I would have a little bit more of context as to how I got there in the performance and why I conveyed that part how I did. But I didn't like the clip of me. I ain't gonna hold you. That's just me though.
Oh, the honesty is the key, right? So
Yeah.
I'll say this. Whenever we look at our past clips, I probably feel the same way that you do. I'm not a fan because I always feel that I'm constantly growing. I'm getting better every time.
Right, right.
So how do you combat that? How do you combat those feelings of like that wasn't good enough, but keep it in check to where you still push yourself to go, like to keep going forward? Because most people are crippled by their own criticism. They're crippled by it. But some they elevate, they rise from it like ashes. So what would you say is the best way to go about that?
It's all about the individual. I'm not that soft.
Mm,
So I have to have a strong self criticism for me to move forward. So
mm,
I kind of got to be
that was trash.
like yeah, and that's literally like people have seen me. You might have even seen me throughout the years at some point where it'll be like, oh my gosh,
I'm
she's
on
that was
see
great, blah blah blah, and I'm just like, man, she was kind of ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying that I'm a bad performer, but just my expectations weren't met for me and my piece. You get what I'm saying? Like it's
you
like a
have high
strict limit.
expectations of yourself. That's
Yeah, I
that's
do,
nothing.
and I feel like I'm parenting myself now, so I'm a strict parent for me. My parents weren't as strict on me, but I'm strict for me. I'd be like, I have high, I know what I'm going against. I know what I'm going against in myself. And so, like, if I can't be better than the last best I did, then it makes me feel like I'm not getting better. and like that the performance that I saw felt like I hadn't performed in a while before I did that feature. That's what it felt like. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? Like, and so like I don't know.
Does it make
Recently
it any
I've had
less?
free.
Does it
What
make
you
it
say?
any less? Does it make it any less? Impactful to you? Do you feel like you still got the same impact, the same
Mm,
result that you wanted, even though you felt like you weren't as, I guess, oiled up or tuned or warmed up as like to be?
yeah, it was a good show.
Okay.
I
We
remember
are.
it
I mean, I'm
being.
going off the reactions of the video. They were going crazy. So sometimes it's what someone told me is it's not about us, or it's not. It doesn't belong to us. It belongs to other people. Um, I don't. I actually believe it's mine. So, I don't know. I feel how you feel about like critiquing yourself, but I definitely saw that they loved and enjoyed that despite how you felt about it.
Yeah, as long as I do that, my job is done. But if I know I can do better, then I won't be satisfied.
Understood.
Like
Understood.
even if I'm in competition, like if I'm in a literal competition and like I murder to the audience and the judges, right? That's what they feel. But to me, I didn't feel like I did it or I didn't beat the person. Gotta sit with me. I'm
Mm,
like, this is not deserved
absolutely.
by me. Such and such won this, and I had a bad round, but they gave it to me anyway because I guess I was the favorite or something. I don't accept this, and
Mhm,
it's not a real win to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like I get into a boxing match with somebody
absolutely. And that
and I'm all beat up, but I win by the judges or something. I'm like, this nigga whoop my
I No, I get it. I totally get it. I love that you keep bringing up like the competitive side of poetry because that is personally where I want to step back into once again. I was on Freshwater Wordsmiths with you once before. That definitely was an experience. I'll never forget it. But I I knew from that experience I needed more time to grow as a writer, even. And that's actually when I took your workshop after that. But I love that you bring it up because Detroit is doing some work in the competitive in the competitive side of poetry right now,
Oh
and
yeah,
I
for
love
sure.
that. Yeah, I
I
love
do
that.
too.
Would you say?
I said I do too. There's a lot of people out here that's
Yes.
like that's really going crazy. I'm excited for a few different names. Um
Who are your favorite poets
my favorite poets, period, or like up and comers
in
right
the
now.
scene that you're talking about right now? Like,
So I'm excited for a few different poets for a few different reasons. Uh Galaxy, really excited for Galaxy. She
shout out.
really like and that's number one. You know what I'm saying? Like she's serious and she diligent, and that's what I like to see. I only like to see the people who really like. No, you could tell they want this bad. You know what I'm saying? Like they want to win. They want to put on for the city. They want to be the best. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of poets, they not competitive. They don't care about being the best. They don't care about being the top. Uh, she do. I I care about poets who care about that because if you had that mindset, it take you to a certain place. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have that mindset, sometimes you just like you okay with whatever you get. So I'm excited for Galaxy. I'm excited for Soulful Poetry. He another one.
Hmm.
I'm excited for Hakeem the People's Poet. I'm excited for
Hey,
Urban
shout out.
Legend Obasaki. Um, I'm excited for New Era Sunshine. I'm excited. I'm excited for Mac. I think it's like Mac Thursday or something like that. He's really, really, really incredible. Probably out of all the writers I mentioned, to me, he's by far the best. Uh,
Wow.
yeah, no, Mac is a super beast. Uh, yeah, I can leave that list there. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a lot. That was a nice list. Um, I'm I'm rooting for every single one of those people, and I'm rooting for anybody that is competing currently. Competitiveness is one of your traits. I know that is a part of your personality. What is your sign, sir?
Taurus.
Okay, so we're in that season now, right?
No, we in
And
Eric season still.
I know, but we're moving to that season, and I'm starting to feel like all of the people in my life that are Taurians, um, these people are having some really big like shifts and changes in their life right now, and it's interesting because I feel like I see this right before someone's birthday, and we call it an opportunity cycle. And so, with you being a Taurus, do you feel like your opportunity cycle has just recently maybe started, or are you going through a shift in life right now as far as your artistry or your business, your workshops?
Yep, very much so. Actually, I've been sitting down like for right now. It's the retrograde. Retrograde always has me in the house. I already had some retrograde stuff happen. Um,
We did on this
you feel
show.
me? I'm like, come on, bro. So it's been a lot of planning. So planning and finding venues so I can implement this programming that I've been sitting on. I have a lot of it's revolutionary, man. Like it's stuff people have never seen before that I'm just ready to just go ahead and drop. And
Bring
you
it
know how
out,
like
Sheezy, bring it out.
you feel me? You know how like I don't really be having like blind confidence. I be knowing
Mm.
like, no, when I drop this, everybody gonna love this shit. Like it don't be like oh, I hope people come,
There's
blah
no
blah blah.
question, there's no doubt.
No, it's gonna be successful. So like I'm really just like I'm almost it feels like a day away from like I'm like one day away from like implementing some of everything. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna like it's gonna change the party scene in Detroit, it's gonna change the poetry scene, and it's gonna
Okay.
change my pockets, and it's gonna be another step in my legacy. I'm really excited. I do feel that way. I feel
Yay.
like I'm coming out of a time of it was dry. It was I didn't know what was to come, and now I do. You know.
Yeah. I'm happy to hear that as a friend and as a fellow poet. I'm really excited to see what you have in store for us for the scene. Detroit
Hmm.
culture definitely is not the same without Sheezy Bo Beezy. So I'm gonna go to another one of my favorite tourists for another throwback clip. Um, I'm actually gonna show you two. The team of Love and Lyric is comprised of the Lyric Bell, DJ 2Cray Lexi, and Jacob JTP, or Cracklands Media, who captures all of our footage. And ironically, all three of them are Taurus or Taurians, or however you say it.
Makes sense. With
They are
the
all, but I just have to show them some love because they're my favorite people. So
right.
I'm getting ready to just give a vibe. I want you guys who don't know our music director, our producer, DJ 2Cray Lexi. He's an amazing, phenomenal producer. He's a visual
He a
artist.
great
He
DJ too.
captures video. What'd you say?
He a great DJ too.
He is. He's the best. And if you ever come to a Love and Lyrics show, you definitely get the vibe. So I just wanted to show him some love for his season coming up too, and just getting everybody a chance to meet him. So All right, that's DJ 2Cray Legacy. And our other throwback clip is gonna go to Lyric Bell.
Let me slow down, but I didn't notice. But it's my life. I gotta keep going, paper. You know that. I stay on my grind now, cut the slack. I'm paper chasing these haters hating. You know I'm low key contemplating on changing my name to something else. Never mind, cause lyric melts. I'm dripping the sauce like fresh milk. Real G. Perked up, Leona love, that's my love. Shout out. No, moving, locked in my team. Losing, we out USA cool. I find it if you listen to the music. He got me lemons, look.
I don't know what happened, but it's just on me now. That's a little weird. What up, guys? I guess we waiting for Ray Love.
Hey guys, didn't we just talk about that Mercury retrograde? Wow.
I was
We're not
like,
gonna
oh,
be on
it's
here
just
too
me
much
now.
longer.
Oh,
Right. Hey, you can take over the show if you want. So yeah, let's just see really quickly because I want to get this out the way. How well you know these albums. All right. You got 10 seconds.
Graduation, Kanye West.
All right.
Watch the Throne, Jay-Z, Kanye West.
You earlier you said Kanye West. I know
I
who you
told
are.
you.
I wasn't gonna
Yeah,
leave
that
you
was what he
hanging.
said.
I wasn't gonna leave you
Yeah,
hanging.
that was. Yeah.
And let's see if you can get this one. This is so funny to me because you know so much music.
Lil
Which
Wayne
one is
was at
that?
the Carter 3.
Wrong.
Carter
It
2.
was.
Damn, I knew it was 2 or 3. I was like, it's not 3.
It's
Damn.
all right. It's all right. All right. And the last one, I wasn't able to like crop out the name of it, but I'm gonna just leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there. You did good. You did great. You did great. I want you guys to just know that this guy here is really talented, and if you want to stay in in tune with poetry, in tune with the movement that he's building right now, please, 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 please follow him on all platforms. You on actually Instagram and Facebook, right?
Right.
As Sheezy Bo Beezy.
That's
Okay.
Sheezy Bo Beezy.
So yes, I'm gonna put that on the screen for people to hear. And my question for you is, do you have a piece for us today?
Got a piece of advice. Don't
Okay.
go in the alleys by yourself at night.
I was one of my questions actually was, what are the do's and don'ts of the poetry scene? Like do's and don'ts.
Do's and don'ts of the poetry scene.
Give me two for each side.
Don't don't
Retrograde.
let your don't let any poet taint your artistry. When I say that, this poetry scene is a very cliquish place, and a
Hmm.
lot of the access or lack of access that they provide to people ends up affecting their artistry. If they don't feel like they're at home anymore, if they don't feel like they're in a community that's for their best interest, sometimes it affects their artistry to
Mhm.
the point where they won't go and see a stage for a while, or you know, they won't perform as much, or they don't find
Yeah.
value in the place anymore. So, like, like the great Caesar Toriano said, keep your mind off these poets, keep it on your poetry.
Ooh,
So,
shout out to C's. Shout out to
yeah,
C's
shout
for
out to
that one.
C.
Yes.
Uh, I guess that's a do and a don't. You know what I'm saying? Keep your mind off these
Absolutely. I
poets.
think
Keep it
you
on your
covered
poetry.
that. You covered that.
Yeah. Another one. Uh, never stop writing. Never stop learning. Um, this poet Imani Cezanne. She's a extremely well noted poet. She's not from Detroit though, but extremely incredible poet. Right? She's been making these statuses about why people's poetry isn't that good. So one thing that she said
Oh,
is she like your poems aren't that good because you've outgrown your mentors. Your poems aren't that good because you don't read enough. Your poems aren't good
wow.
because you don't study. You know what I'm saying? Like things like that. So like one thing that she said, or two of them was, you don't read, you don't study. You have to keep studying so that you can keep getting better at this game. So if you want to be guided in the right way, or if you need some references as to where to go, what to read, what to watch, I help. You know what I'm saying? I help guide people to where they need to be so that they can see, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, you need to read so that you could know what can be done so that you can break it. Or you know what I'm saying? You
Yes.
might be able to see what can't be done out of doing that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like just studying, reading different poetry forms, different poets, old poets, new poets, poetry that you might not be into. Like it's important
Absolutely.
to consume everything that you can. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my advice. Keep your
I
mind
love
off these
that.
poets. Keep studying. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah. And if you are gonna put your mind on some posts, support them, push their stuff forward. You never know what sharing someone else's art and their craft and their story could do for them in terms of healing, in terms of inspiring them to get out on stage themselves.
Right.
Easiest things that I've done in life was because of it. So I want to definitely just piggyback on don't let anybody stop you from getting to that point. Don't allow your art to be silenced. That's important to me. So um I have one more question for you.
Happy.
When is your next event?
When is my next? It froze for a second. When's my next
Class,
what?
event,
That's all to be determined. Like I said, because of the retrograde, I'm very in a. I'm planning right now, so I haven't been really accepting too many poetry shows. Um, I haven't done any classes that are like public and out. I just uh, I
okay.
just ended a virtual writing series last month. Um, but let's say this: I'm in conversation with two venues right now. They want to start programming right away. Within the next 2 months,
Wow.
I'll have a show out for everybody for sure. Within the next 2 months.
Okay. Congrats on
Yeah.
that. Well, I'm gonna say congratulations and thank you. Because some of us just wait to be in town, so that they can catch one of these vibes that you bring. So
Right.
um is there anything else? Like I know I kind of cut you off. Did you want to perform something today? No,
Um,
because I put you on the
I'll do a
spot, so I
quick
wasn't
one.
sure if you was
I'll
ready.
do a quick one because I like to teach. I'll do a quick one.
Okay.
This is one that sometimes I perform, but it's rare that I do it. Um, so in my study of poetry, I found a poetry form called a nonet, and a nonet is a 9-line poem that goes down the syllable count from 9 to 1. I also was taught a metaphor machine, which is pretty much a thing that you put together to, it's a formula that allows you to get metaphors. So you have to do like a noun. So a noun and the word is or are afterward. So I'm gonna go from right to left because that's what it looked like on y'all screen. So concrete noun, the word is, and then you finish the sentence. So I came up with love is why I wish everything came out when you vomit. That's the title of the nonet. Now again, a nonet is a 9-line poem that goes down in syllable count from 9 to 1. So each line you're going down the syllable count. So you start off with 9 syllables. Your second line is 8 syllables. Your third line is 7 syllables, all the way until you get down to 1 syllable. So boom, title. You back?
Yes, I never left. I just let you.
That's what I
I was letting
figured.
you be on
Yeah,
stage for a second,
that's
but
what I figured.
I'm really excited about this. So,
All right, so love is why I wish everything came out when you vomit. That's the title. So title. So
okay,
this is the poem. Love is why I wish everything came out when you vomit. I'm gonna count out the syllables so that y'all know where we at. Yeah,
okay. I was gonna say I can't keep count for you. I don't know this.
I got you. Love is why I wish everything came out when you vomit. Being forced by infatuation to consume your totality eroded my expression of my love to myself. If I had one wish, all my soul ties would untie with one flush. So
Wow.
that's 9 to 1. So I'm gonna read it again with no breaks.
Okay.
Love is why I wish everything came out when you vomit. Being forced, hold on, being forced by infatuation to consume your totality eroded my expression of my love to myself. If I had one wish, all my soul ties would untie with one flush. I knew it was
I
coming.
didn't know you could end it. I'm so happy about this applause button, y'all. Y'all have no
You
idea.
feel me?
Give it up for Sheezy Bo Beezy.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
So many people out there. We are on a channel that has over 100,000 followers on the SOS show with Mary Evans, who's my mentor, and they are sponsoring this show, giving us a platform so that we can speak and so we can express ourselves more when it comes to music, poetry, and healing. This is a beautiful community. I'm so grateful that you came and shared that piece with us. I definitely feel like I want to get into nanas now. So thank you for that. That was amazing. The only thing I've done in that space is haikus. I love writing haikus. I used to have a whole journal full of them because they just felt like the easiest poem to write. Uh,
Right.
but now that you just showed us that, I'm over here like, okay, I do need to study more. So thank you for that. I love this environment where you never stop learning.
Right.
You said you never stop writing, never stop learning. And that's why we want to keep inviting people to come back to Love and Lyrics, whether it's our live shows, one of our content creation tours that we're doing this summer. Be on the lookout. Or whether it's just being here with virtual vibes. I want people to walk away with something that they did not have before, something that will help them in their expression, in their healing, in their community. So thank you. Thank you so much for being vulnerable. Thank you for letting us get all up in your business. And and thank you for just pushing art and pushing Detroit poetry forward. I don't think that enough people understand outside of those open mics, they don't understand what happens in those rooms. And it is something that you said it before is revolutionary. And for words, which are not a physical thing, tangible thing that you can touch, to have that much power, to bring that much healing into a space where normally people would not be together in unity and harmony, it is humbling, and it is an honor to be a part of. So thank you for helping lay that foundation for me to be a part of that community. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Well, you guys, this will conclude and wrap up our third episode of Virtual Vibes. I am gonna do um, some changes soon, because I heard that there might be a little change in the metaverse with streaming services like third parties and stuff. So I will keep you guys updated if we change this mode. If we got to move to YouTube, that's what we'll do. But it's never going to stop the hustle. It's never going to stop the grind. It's not going to stop us from connecting and collaborating with one another. I'm in this with you guys. So thank you again. And yeah, we're going to see you guys next time.
Next time.
All
Thank you for
right.
having me.
Yeah. I saved that one for the last part because that's my favorite one.
For sure.
All right. And that's the last one. I totally I forgot to tell you guys one last thing. Love and Lyrics open mic. You can find us on, if you're looking for ways to get connected into our community, you can find us on Instagram, on Facebook at Love and Lyrics Inc. You can type in the search Love and Lyrics open mic. You can even go on YouTube and find us. We are also posted there. But join our community. If you want to perform, if you want to do an interview, I would love to host it for you. I would love to give you an opportunity to share your art and share your experiences with the world. So thank you guys for tuning in. I am your host, Ray Love, and we'll be right back here next week on Thursday night, 8 p.m. for another episode of Virtual Vibes.